He is supreme. He's chairman of Rajya Sabha. He is also the vice president of the country, second only to the president of India. And for him to request the parliamentary affairs minister to in turn request the home minister to come to the house, is, what can I say? I mean, this is unprecedented.
Is BJP, and rather, let's not talk about BJP here, let's talk about Modi and Shah. Are they really losing the plot? Is the ground really shifting beneath their feet and they are not able to smell the coffee as to what exactly is happening? And it's just not Delhi-centric, it's across the country we are finding people going against the BJP. Why are they not able to get this sense?
Perhaps they have got the sense. Mr. Modi must be a very worried man today. And his worry comes directly from the way the society has been impacted, the whole society. Not only Gen Z, which is a very important vote bank for any party, and the middle class, which is the vote bank of the BJP. They have realized that they have lost the plot. When you lose the plot, when things get out of your hand, then whatever you might do does not help you. That is the stage.
And you feel that Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah have reached that stage?
I think they have reached that stage. They have taken many things for granted, including the sentiments of the people of India. Now they are realizing to their cost that they can't take certain things for granted. There will be so many cases against them for all the wrongs that they have committed. So I'm sure they look for constitutional position. They look for posts where they cannot be proceeded against. And I'll not be surprised if Mr. Modi becomes a candidate for the President of India. I think the BJP cadres have realized that Modi and Shah are not the assets that they used to be. And they might themselves mount pressure that Modi and Shah should leave.
Hello and a warm welcome to HW News Network, your one-stop show, truth be told, for some engaging and thought-provoking conversations. Amid the opposition's protests demanding that Union Home Minister Amit Shah come to the Rajya Sabha, Chairman and Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan today told the centre on Thursday, that is today, to consider the request for Shah's presence in the House. Now imagine the Chairman of Rajya Sabha, who's the Vice President of the country, is requesting the Parliamentary Affairs Minister to further request the Home Minister to come to the House. Now, addressing the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Kiren Rijiju, the Rajya Sabha Chairman said, and I'm quoting exactly what Rajya Sabha Chairman said, he said that I request you to consider the request for the Home Minister to come to the House. As Parliamentary Affairs Minister, you can echo the sentiments of the opposition to the Home Minister. Now, earlier what happened, MPs continued their, and they demanded that Amit Shah come to the House and respond to questions on alleged excesses by the security forces during the crackdown on youngsters marching to Parliament on July 20th to protest the paper leaks. They raised the slogans of Amit Shah Jawab Do, Sadan Mein Aao, Amit Shah must answer, he must come to the House, and finally, the chairman has nudged the centre. But we do not know whether Home Minister Amit Shah will come to the House. What we are told is that apparently next week, the FCRA bill is going to be introduced. So will he take an alibi? Will he skirt away the questions on the police crackdown, or will he have to make the statement? Now, the opposition leaders today are calling this a huge victory, that finally the chairman has been able to nudge the centre on this particular issue, and they have requested Home Minister Amit Shah to come and attend the House. But the basic question is that attending the House is the responsibility is the duty of any parliamentarian. Is Amit Shah not a parliamentarian? Is he not supposed to fulfill his parliamentary duties? And why does the chairman have to request? Why is the chair in a request mode? We'll talk about all these pressing issues which are afflicting the parliament and many more things. Joining me this evening is veteran politician and former union minister Yashwant Sinha joins us on Truth Be Told. So thank you so much for joining. And I find this really, really hilarious. And I thought of asking you this question. You are someone who's had decades of parliamentary experience. You've seen how the chair functions. Now, today, the Rajya Sabha chairman has requested the Parliamentary Affairs Minister to request Home Minister Amit Shah to come to the House. What is this, sir?
Well, it's nothing less than a disgrace. Nothing could be more disgraceful for the chair, for the House, and for the system that we run in our country, parliamentary system, that a thing of this kind should happen. The chairman of Rajya Sabha, as if he is a subordinate officer of the government. He is not. He is supreme. He is chairman of Rajya Sabha. He is also the vice president of the country, second only to the president of India. And for him to request the Parliamentary Affairs Minister to in turn request the Home Minister to come to the House, is, what can I say? I mean, this is unprecedented. This is a disgrace to our parliamentary system of democracy. And let's see. I mean, the very fact that the Home Minister was not coming to Parliament, not coming to the House of Parliament, not attending either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, was a disgrace in itself. But what has happened today will go down in our parliamentary history as the ultimate disgrace of the complete subordination of Parliament, of its presiding officers, to the government of the day.
But Mr. Sinha, another thing which intrigues me is that why should a chair request Home Minister Amit Shah? It could have given orders and simply said that, look, Amit Shah, you have to come to the House. It's your parliamentary duty. Why is the chair not using those stern words to send out a message very clearly? It's almost like a classroom with some disobedient students and the headmaster is not able to take the control of the House.
You see, this is perhaps the reason why he is the chairman and the vice president of India. They may have deliberately chosen a person who will be subservient to them. And I have known Mr. Radhakrishnan for a long time. I'm sorry, he is the guilty party in this particular episode, and he should not have behaved like this. But Modi and Shah must be very confident that this is how
But I'm sure Mr. Radhakrishnan has gathered a lot of courage to even nudge the center on it. I would use the word nudge. He's nudged the center, but I'm sure he would have gathered so much of courage to do so. You really have to pay the price now that he's put Amit Shah into a quandary. He's put him into a very tough situation. And we've all seen what has happened with Jagdeep Dhankar. I hope he doesn't meet the same fate.
I wouldn't rule it out. I would not rule it out. Definitely, he has shown courage. The courage is clothed in very polite language, but it is courage nonetheless. I'll agree with you that he has shown a bit of courage. He should have shown a lot of courage last few days, but today he has shown a little bit of courage.
But what is your feeling? You also have been seeing how Modi and Shah function. Do you think that Amit Shah is going to obey what the Rajya Sabha chairman has asked today?
Let's see, because it certainly puts him in a difficult spot, the Home Minister. And if he ignores this request, which the Parliamentary Affairs Minister can't say that, I didn't have time, or I have not been able to meet him, and therefore I have not conveyed your suggestion. or your request. But as you're aware, when Parliament is in session, even if a minister is not present in the House, he is present in his Parliament House office. He must be watching the proceedings. There are the TVs in the room where both the proceedings of both houses are shown. So he must be completely privy to what has transpired. Let's see over the next few days what happens.
I found a very interesting statement, Mr. Sinha, coming in from Ravi Shankar Prasad, and I'm just reading that out for you. As soon as this parliamentary proceeding got over, and I'm just trying to refer to that. Just give me a moment. I'm just trying to open that because very interestingly, Ravi Shankar Prasad says that Amit Shah is sitting in his chamber right from 10 a.m. in the morning till 6 p.m. So the opposition should let the House function. And only when the House functions, then only he will be able to reply to the discussion. Now, what on earth, does this make sense at all?
Ravi Shankar Prasad, I think, has lost his way. You remember what he said about the Patna Bankipur elections?
Yes.
That if the BJP were to put up a cat or a dog, the cat or the dog will win. And look at what has happened. So I wouldn't take Ravi Shankar Prasad seriously. And given my position in public life, I think it will not be up to my standard to comment on what he has said.
But since you spoke about the Bankipur and the Datia election which happened, what does that sentiment show? Many people have already started building conspiracy theories around the victory of the opposition here, saying that this was deliberately allowed by the BJP so that nobody raises questions on vote chori. That look, if we had rigged the election, then how could Prashant Kishore win Bankipur and how could Congress win Datia?
Well, we are all aware that the government rigs elections, but also aware of the fact that they do it selectively. It may be that they wanted to teach a lesson to, or send a message, at least, send a message to the person they have picked up as the national president of the party, Mr. Nitin Abid, because it was, after all, his constituency. So by perhaps not going out of the way, or they may have had information, intelligence, that whatever they may do, they are not going to win in Bankipur or Datia for that matter, and that their vote share is going to be drastically reduced in the Gujarat by-election. So, you can plan up to a point. You can, if you're losing by 20, 30,000 votes, you can manage. But let's say if you're losing at 50,000 votes, how can you manage that? That becomes very difficult. In this particular case, they must have carried out their study. They may have rigged to a certain extent, but the atmosphere, the environment was so much against BJP that did not help. So there will be various theories.
The Bankipur and the Datia elections happened in the middle of the student protests, and when in fact the protests were at their peak, when this police crackdown happened and the polling happened and then the counting process took place. Do you think that these elections of Datia and Bankipur are a referendum, almost a direct referendum on the students' protest? It reflects the sentiment of the students and the people have gone against BJP.
Yes, to an extent it is a referendum because, Bankipur was very special, much more special than Datia. Bankipur was very special because the seat was vacated by no less a person than the person who was finally appointed or selected to be the president of the party. And he went and camped there for a long time. The other thing is, in Bankipur, BJP has been getting elected to the Vidhan Sabha for the last 30 years. Last 30 years. I have been president of that party in Bihar. I belong to Patna, and let me tell you that if somebody asked me which is the safest seat in Bihar for the BJP, I would have perhaps said Bankipur. And therefore losing Bankipur is a matter of great, uh, what shall I say, worry for the BJP. Datia, because BJP is in power, like it is in Bihar. Similarly, in Datia, they were in power, but they still lost the seat.
But what is your sense, Mr. Sinha, that is BJP, and rather, let's not talk about BJP here, let's talk about Modi and Shah. Are they really losing the plot? Is the ground really shifting beneath their feet and they are not able to smell the coffee as to what exactly is happening? And it's just not Delhi centric, it's across the country we are finding people going against the BJP. Why are they not able to get this sense?
Perhaps they have got the sense, you know. Perhaps you and I are not as well informed as they are. I have always held the view, on the basis of my own personal experience, that the Prime Minister of India is one of the most well-informed persons, not only in India but in the world. He gets every piece of information, every day, every moment. So they wouldn't have been kept in the dark, even as far as Bankipur is concerned, Datia is concerned. And for whatever reason, either they could not manipulate the votes, or they knew that they were losing badly, therefore they did not do anything. They must have been aware that the loss in these two elections and the vast reduction of the number of votes that the BJP candidate got in Gujarat would send a message which has definitely gone throughout the country. And as you said, they must have smelled the coffee. The point is, you can, as far as elections are concerned, you can do it up to a point. But if the people of the country or the people of an area turn against you, then there is nothing you can do. There is no other greater superior power in our country than ultimately the people of India. And I have always held the view that the people of India will ultimately decide on the fate of this government and the future of this government. And they have been in power for over 12 years. The Ottoman Empire was in power for 500, 600 years. Ultimately, even the Ottoman Empire had to disintegrate. So these people.
But you know, the way Prime Minister Modi has been trying to placate the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha, recording his Instagram reels. I'm not saying that he shouldn't do that, but the cringy manner in which he's been doing it, that has not been liked by the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha. In fact, I've seen so many students saying that this is not the way to do it. And in fact, Mohan Bhagwat is holding an event today in Mumbai, and where they are trying to reach out to a number of Gen Z and Gen Alpha students. What does it go to show? I mean, are they trying to placate? Are they trying to convey that they are standing with the Gen Z and Gen Alpha? And I was trying to just calculate the number of Gen Z and Gen Alpha. It comes to around 76 crore. That is the assimilated number of Gen Z and Gen Alpha put together, about 28% each, which is roughly equivalent to 76 crore people. So is Prime Minister Modi or Mohan Bhagwat trying to win over these 76 crore people by maintaining a double face? Double face when I say that Prime Minister Modi records the reels and Amit Shah ensures that there are FIRs against the students. There is a video apology which is issued out of that 15-year-old teenager. What would you say to this?
You know, they are trying to run with the hare and hunt with the hound. So that's why Amit Shah is following one policy. Mr. Modi must be a very worried man today. And his worry comes directly from the way the society has been impacted, the whole society. Not only Gen Z, which is a very important vote bank for any party, and the middle class, which is the vote bank of the BJP. They have realized that they have lost the plot. They have realized that Gen Z is not with them anymore, that the middle class is also drifting away. And that's been largely because of what happened in Jantar Mantar and what is happening in the rest of the country. So They can't take Gen Z for granted. They can't take their next election victory for granted. And that is why Mr. Modi came and, I would say, even cringed before the Gen Z. And though they did not ask for his apology, no, they did not ask.
But what do you think was Prime Minister Modi trying to convey by saying कि मैंने सबको माफ कर दिया? Who's asking for his apology? And he's saying
nobody is asking for his apology, and he's saying yeah, maaf kar diya. So he's very worried, and when you are very worried, it's not every step can't be a correct step. The RSS is trying to do its best. That's why they're holding the meeting in Mumbai today. I would say ultimately that, when you lose the plot, when things get out of your hand, then whatever you might do does not help you.
And
that is the stage.
And you feel that Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah have reached that stage?
I think they have reached that stage. They have taken many things for granted, including the sentiments of the people of India. Now they are realizing to their cost that they can't take certain things for granted, which includes the confidence of the people, especially the younger people and the middle class.
Mr. Sinha, but all these people who were sitting on constitutional posts, like the CJI, Chief Election Commissioner, and so many other people who've been riding on Prime Minister Modi's proximity, and that gave them confidence. Now look at what's happening to CJI. He's not able to attend functions. He was supposed to be going to a convocation ceremony at TIS. That convocation ceremony had to be cancelled because they got a whiff that apparently if he lands up there will be student protests and they will oppose him. Similar things, are heard, that there is so much of resentment against these people. And who knows, a similar fate could come across Mr. Gyanesh Kumar also. What will happen to these people who've sided blindly with Modi and Shah?
And the Godi media.
And the legacy media, yes.
And you look what happened to the Godi media in Jantar Mantar.
Absolutely.
So, it's not only the principal person. It is also all those who are seen to be helping that principal person by going out of their way. They'll all be targets of the ire of Gen Z now.
What can you expect now in the coming days? When you said that Prime Minister Modi looks in a deep trouble. So this is a desperate situation for the BJP. And in this desperate situation, what do you think could be the actions taken by the government? Will they become more despotic? Will they become more fanatic? Or they will realize their mistake and soften down their tone a bit?
Neeluji, there are at least three parties to all that we are seeing happening in our country. One is the government. The other is the opposition. That means opposition political parties. And the third is the people at large, including the youngsters and the others. Now, nobody appears to be in total control. And much will depend after this parliament session on how the opposition is going to take up these issues. And if the opposition launches a mass movement and the young people of the country join them, then the government may go for repression like they tried to do on the 20th of July. And that will be very sad indeed. So therefore, it's at the moment, it's uncertain to predict what will happen, because what will happen will depend on, one, the attitude of the opposition parties, two, the attitude of the youngsters in this country, and three, what are the plans of the government.
Should the people of the country be worried as to what's going to really happen? And many people have already started discussing about a possible scenario of a midterm election, because next year some crucial states will be going to polls like Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Goa, Uttarakhand, Gujarat. And who knows, they might announce the midterm polls. Could that be a likelihood?
I won't rule it out. I think the presidential elections, Neeluji, are still
Yes.
2 years away.
Right.
So next year, if they have elections, because you see, the point I'm making is that as far as Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah are concerned, they will need constitutional protection even after they have demitted their current responsibilities. Why would they need constitutional protection? Because if they are just ordinary people or even members of parliament in opposition, there will be so many cases against them for all the wrongs that they have committed. So I'm sure they look for constitutional position. They look for posts where they cannot be proceeded against. And I'll not be surprised if Mr. Modi becomes a candidate for the President of India.
I mean, I'm actually excited with this proposition which you're saying, that you won't be surprised if Prime Minister Modi tries and becomes the president. What will happen to BJP? If I'm worried about BJP as a party. What could happen now in the days to come? Now, when there is a general resentment against BJP, I was looking at Yashodhara Raje Scindia's Twitter handle the day when Datia election results came, the by-election results came, and she put out a very cryptic note saying that it is time for introspection. Murli Manohar Joshi already has spoken in the past. He expressed that what has happened to the students is wrong. In fact, many leaders have spoken. What do you think now could happen to BJP?
I'm getting more and more convinced that the BJP will lose the next election. Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah will not be able to come back to power in the 2029 elections. We are already on a downhill slope, and things will get from bad to worse from now on. So they would be realizing this, that they are not likely to come back to power. And that's why I'm saying that both of them will look for alternatives. They will look for and I'll not be surprised at all if one of them becomes a candidate for president, the other becomes candidate for vice president.
Oh my God. So you're saying Prime Minister Modi as the president and Amit Shah as the vice president?
Yes. Protection, both of them.
No, but if they they'll get immunity by becoming the president and the vice president. What will happen to BJP as a party? Is the party going to consider it?
BJP as a party must prepare for a long winter out of power.
Okay. Oh my God. That's a strong statement coming from you, Mr. Sinha. You're saying that BJP must prepare for a long winter. Now, the long winter, does it mean that the party might disintegrate? The party might split? They might look for new leaders? What could happen?
No, they'll certainly look for new leaders. And if these two gentlemen move away, then clearly there will be a vacancy, not one, but two. And they'll have to find somebody to fill these vacancies. But the point I'm making is that BJP, whoever is the leader of the BJP, will have a very onerous task of rehabilitating the party, because the party has ceased to exist.
No, but the way the party has cultivated itself for the last 12 years, do you think that the BJP can actually think of a scenario without Modi and Shah at the helm of affairs?
You see, let me tell you one thing from personal experience and also from the history of our country, that workers or adherents of a political party adhere to a political party only for as long as they are getting the loaves and fishes. The loaves and fishes will be winning elections, getting ministerial berths or other berths. The moment they realize that this particular leader will not be able to lead us to victory, then a lot of people shift. I mean, haven't we seen it happen to the TMC in Bengal? The way the TMC disintegrated, of course, the BJP and the government of India had a major role to play in that disintegration, but they just couldn't stand up to whatever was being offered to them, stand up to the pressure, and just disintegrated. So I'll
You were saying that the other leaders in the BJP should wake up to the reality of running the party minus Modi and Amit Shah.
I think the BJP cadres have realized that Modi and Shah are not the assets that they used to be. And they might themselves mount pressure that Modi and Shah should leave.
Right. So, how is the cadre really going to react, sir? And that's my final question to you: that how would the BJP cadres now respond, given the scenario where stepping out for the BJP leaders is becoming difficult because there's so much of anger and resentment? I'm sure the scenario is going to be equally onerous for the cadres as well. How would they respond? And how would RSS respond? The best part is, how is RSS going to help BJP now?
The RSS will hide behind that famous office they have built in Jhandewala in Delhi. They have enough space there.
All right.
But the rest of the BJP cadres will have to face it. I mean, political party workers have faced this kind of a situation in the past. They'll have to face it.
Right. All right. That was an interesting conversation with you, Mr. Sinha. Thank you so much for joining on HW News.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.